the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do.
Thank you everyone for joining again to I Am Voz podcast. And this time we're going live all the way across the country to Florida. Yes, that's right, to West Palm Beach. And if you don't know where that is, you better Google it because I did. I'm going to be heading out there on June 8th with the Night Runners of West Palm Beach. And I'm going to be participating with them in an event. And we have two very special guests. I could introduce them for you. I could tell you all this about them, but entonces, que chiste, you know what I mean? Let's bring them on. Let's allow them to introduce themselves. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that people that make and are part of such a important movement are very special, rare to find. And today's topic, who you surround yourself with, matters. So without further ado, let me bring my special guest all the way from West Palm Beach, Florida, the Night Runners. Representing the Night Runners, we have... Hey guys.
Hi.
How's it going? Glad to be here.
Hey guys, thank you for joining on this podcast. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here. Thank you.
I was just in the middle of making a little introduction. You know, I do wrestling and lucha libre, and I almost feel like introducing you. And now coming to this. No, just kidding. And now coming to the ring. No, but hey,
Well,
you
that's
guys.
what we were waiting for. We were waiting for something like that.
I was expecting all of that and more.
Yeah. Oh man, you know what? Let me try this again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Big shout out to everyone that's looking at us, and big shout out to every single sponsor of this Night Runner event on June 8th. Thank you guys. We have over confirmed how many sponsors already? How many booths?
We have about 60 to 70 vendors, booths. We have a lot of sponsors. We have food trucks.
So this isn't the first event that we've had, but this is the first event that we've had with vendors. Our event is Night Runners presents Pride 5K. That's what the event is named. You have any?
Yeah, we like to tap into what the month represents. June is for Pride, so we're going to do a 5K in downtown West Palm Beach. That's where, the Night Runners usually meet up. So it's going to be really nice to be able to give back to the community that, where we run every week.
Yeah, and when it's our first annual, it is the first annual with vendors. Before it was just a 5K run, a 5K race. This year, we spoke with the city. And we asked them, is it possible to have possible food vendors, truck vendors? They gave us the okay. And with that, we took the ball running. And with that, thanks to Annette helping out, we got a lot of vendors.
That's such a great initiative for people to take this initiative and be leaders for their community, because that's really what you're doing, brother. That's really what you're doing. You're taking leadership not only on the Night Runners, but you're setting the example for everybody around you on Florida, on West Palm Beach, and now here in Arizona. This podcast is watched across the nation, and we are live in Spotify, iHeartRadio, and all the distribution channels. And just like you guys, we do take initiative on supporting all the community events and more when people like you are involved. Now, man, my boy DJ Rizzo and DJ Voz, we go back years. I just want to let people know how I met Rizzo. Rizzo and I, we met at an event. Music brought us together, and music has kept us together through, almost a decade or probably more than a decade now.
Yeah, more than a decade, bro. More than a decade. Yes, and the same way that how music brought us together, now I found a different family running. Running brought me and Annette together. If it wasn't for Night Runners, we would have never met. We would have never been friends. We would have never participated in this beautiful community that is filled with runners. We all try to push ourselves to become a better person. Are there little arguments and fightings and all that? There's like that with any group of people that love each other. But for the most part, we try to help each other out. We try to encourage each other, and we try to push each other to be the best person. One of our night runners, they're a 6 major world Abbott winner, and what that means is that they ran the 6 major marathons in the world, and not that many people completed it. And to be friends with someone like that is very inspiring, because it's like, wow, like I'm surrounded by marathoners, by people who care more about being physically fit than anything. So that's really what has kept Night Runners a family. And it wasn't just Annette and I building the event. It was I'm part of the board, 1/5 of the board of the Night Runners board, and the whole Night Runners board. All of us take our time to try to get this event and for our runners, for the community to have a very enjoyable experience when they come to our event. It is a physical event and it's family friendly, and we just want everybody to participate in the pride that we have as runners.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
if anyone knows what running is at the end you do feel a sense of accomplishment, a sense of satisfaction that you were able to accomplish something, and that's sort of what's embedded within the Night Runners culture. That's part of our motto, is to uh, promote physical activity through running and camaraderie for everybody. So
And
that, and to put it in, I haven't memorized or anything, but that's part of our mission goal, is to unite the community through physical activity in the promotion of friendship and camaraderie. And that's what we really try to do, and that's what our mission and our statement and what we try to do for the community is about.
that's such a great movement and initiative, and very clear, right? And a lot of us identify with the mission statement. So, Annette, I do have a very big question for you. How did you get started? How did you find the group for the Night Runners, and how what motivated you to be part of the group?
That's a great question. I actually moved down to Florida from Chicago about 3 years ago, and I came down by myself and my dog. So, one of the things that I was focused on was meeting people and staying active. And of course, in paradise, what better way to stay active than being outside? So, I went on the social media platform, and that's what I did. I typed in running groups near me. And lucky for me, the first one that popped up was Night Runners West Palm Beach. So I followed them for about 5 to 6 weeks because I had severe anxiety of going to a new group, not knowing anyone, and having to introduce myself, and first day of school, new kid on the block. So I watched them for a while, and I finally built up the courage enough to just go. And funny enough, the very first day that I went is when I met this guy. So he was the first friend I met right off the bat, and I have not been able to get rid of him since.
She tried.
We're trying, but we're still here. So yeah, and I met amazing people, and like he said, it's not just a running group; it's become a group of really, really good friends that you can count on in a time of need, friends that you can share your wins with, people that actually really celebrate you and push you. I am not a big runner per se. I am, I went to socialize, meet people. But when you start hanging out with these people that take running serious, now I'm a runner. I don't walk as much as I used to. I don't dread the runs as much as I used to. It's true. Surround yourself with people that are going to push you, motivate you, and encourage you. And that's what this group has done. Silvio and a few others, they're faster runners, and they've slowed down and kind of, walked me through the form, position, and how you should hold your arms, and what what kind of shoes you should wear, the apps, everything. So I'm very fortunate to have found this group. I'm very blessed to be able to, go to them every week.
You know what? You mentioned something very important, right? And this is where people need to understand. You are touching such an important subject, right? And I'm pretty sure we all look for answers at moments of distress, right? You mentioned that you joined the Night Runners, and you wanted to do an activity such as this because you were feeling anxiety. For a lot of people that don't know what that is, because maybe their whole life has been kind of stressful, and maybe they're having a hard time, or they're negating that they have anxiety, especially with us the Latinos, right? Oh, you don't have that, you don't have any of that, or
Right.
that's just in your head, or you're just crazy. But what does anxiety feel like?
Yeah.
What did anxiety feel like to you?
So for me, it was like my brain was going a mile a minute, but with no direction. It was just like I should be doing something. If I was sitting down and staying calm, I should be doing something. If I was moving around and doing stuff, I should be sitting down. So it was more so my body and my mind were not agreeing with each other. And I constantly felt that. I was by myself here. So I didn't really have a lot of people to fellowship with, talk with, you know, just communion with. And that's very important. There's days when I come home from work or just life, it's stressful, and the last thing you want to go do is run a 3K, a 5K, but a 3K, a 5K. But once you're there and you're surrounded by your friends, you're surrounded by the bullying that happens, the how you doing, how was your week, all that stuff, you never. So to me, it's not so much the fitness. To me, it's everything that it provides to me. I've tried other activities, I've tried other fitness groups, but Night Runners and that community is the one I keep coming to. And it brings a lot of people, different ages, different backgrounds. I'm a single mom. My daughter goes now to Night Runners. She goes with her college friends. It's different groups that make their own little, friendships, and it's just a community that comes together at the end of the day. So for me, or even talking with them, hanging out with them, has alleviated a lot of that anxiety or not belonging, more so.
My anxiety, because I had the same thing, manifested itself physically. I know, again, people say, "Oh, it's all in your head," and that's really what they were telling me. It's all in my head. It's all in my head, and maybe it was all in my head. I don't know. I just know that I picked up running. I was running by myself. A friend suggested look for a running group. I found Night Runners, and it really helped get rid of a lot of the anxiety issues that I had. It made me have friends with people. It also made me look at different types of sports. It made me feel more confident, because I feel like, okay, wow, I could actually run. Maybe if I try something different, um, it'll be the same as running, and it has been. So on that sense, yeah, it does cure a lot of the issues that we may have running in our head. I tell you, nothing helps your brain more than you having already ran 3 miles, still having to go up a bridge just to run another 2 miles to get to back to the finish. And there's no going back, somebody picking you up. No, 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 no. You're gonna have to run that 2 miles and get there. And all the worries of what you had that day, nothing matters, because
You
the only
left
thing
them
that matters,
behind. You left them behind.
Yeah.
All
only
the
that matters
worries
is
that
you and that road.
exactly, because I think what people need to realize is that during these moments you're taking care of you, right? You're taking care of yourself, while through the rest of the day we're taking care of everyone else. We're taking care of our jobs, we're taking care of our businesses, we're taking care of our employees, we're taking care of our kids, we're taking care of our friends, we're taking care of our families, and we're taking care of everything except for who? Except for us, right? And maybe a
Exactly.
lot of this anxiety comes from there. A lot of people don't have an outlet, and a lot of people have negative right? Negative outlets for this, because this actually leads to a lot of frustration that can burst out into the wrong people, right? Now you see
Right.
people frustrated. It hurts their performance. It hurts their families. It hurts their relationship. It hurts their significant other. And having this outlet, something that is actually, I think outlet is we have a better word for that. Doing this intake, right, of activity for you, for yourself, of self love, will probably provide more confidence and more positive energy that you can actually spread out through those you love and those around you. So it can make a big difference. I can tell for my friend Reese over here, my friend Silvio, that how good he looks. He looks younger than when I met him 10 years ago. Brother, you look amazing.
Thank
You
you,
guys
bud.
both look amazing. You know what I mean? And I can't wait to be there on June
Thank you.
8th and be a
Definitely down, what,
participant.
20 pounds?
How many pounds?
I'm definitely down 20 pounds since when we first started.
Yeah, I'm down quite a few myself.
Yeah, so
60
and you
something
look.
pounds.
I'm down a few, about 60 pounds, give or take. But
Yeah.
it's great because it's now the pounds you lost. It's the confidence and the benefits that you gained, the relationships that you built.
Right.
I go to the gym myself every day at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and I'm gonna tell you what, I have met better people in the last few years that I've been going to the gym at 5 a.m. in the morning than anybody in my life that I've met in any other time of day. The conversations that you have are different, right? You have something relatable, and you're probably there for the same reasons, right? And this is so important.
Well, this is the thing is that when you're because we meet Mondays and Thursdays at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Every Monday and Thursdays, that in downtown West Palm Beach, Howard Park lot, right across the street from the Kravitz Center. Shameless plug. We meet we meet up and we run. So you know that you have that, and you get held accountable because a lot of times you'll be like, okay, I don't want to show up because when you're by yourself, you can skip that gym day. You can
Yeah.
skip that run. You can do whatever you want by yourself because who's there to tell you, hey, where were you last week? How come you didn't come Thursday? How come you didn't come Monday?
Right.
What's going on? And you're held accountable to people who miss you, want to hang out with you, and what's going to happen? You're going to run together. You're going to walk together. And before you know it, you're losing this weight without really wanting to. Because I lost 60 something pounds and I really didn't try to do nothing except just run. And I lost it without even wanting to. All you got to do is just, and a lot of it is really getting out that front door. That's really 95% of the problem is to get out that front door. Once you get out that front door, everything else is easy. Because you know what you got to do. You got to drive to the park. You got to park at the park.
Mhm.
You got to run the run, come back, have everybody show, because also when you come back from the running, the fast runners that were there, they're standing there clapping you, cheering you on your way back. So that also is like offers encouragement. Like I'm not here by myself running the runs, which is great. But when you need that clap, because we're humans, we need people. We need encouragement from others, regardless.
Yeah,
of
we need
you're
that
Mr. Tough
connection.
guy, you don't need nobody.
Absolutely.
You need somebody to offer that little good job, that little pat on the back. That little pat on the back, you don't know, but that can encourage them to want to run the next run. And that people don't notice, even when you don't think about it. That person that's running on the street will encourage you, like, "Ooh, I feel like I'm running today." So
Exactly.
it's little things that offer. That's what Night Runners does.
And brother, the example, right? Like I can tell you, me as a father 6 years ago when I took on fitness, and I'm not even at the best that I should be right now, just due to the projects and everything that we have going on. And but I still do the effort. If
Yeah,
I
me
still show
too.
up, I still show up. I'm never like, man, I'm gonna wake up at 4 in the morning and I gotta be earlier and I gotta start to work earlier. I don't want to go to the gym and just be there for 15 minutes. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go work out, and even if it's for 10 minutes, I'm still gonna show up. I'm still gonna do it because at this point, it didn't become a physical workout. It became an emotional workout, a spiritual workout. You know what I mean? It became an about me workout, and
Yeah.
being and giving this example, for example, to my kids, to my son, to my daughter, my youngest daughter, 15 years old, she was feeling a little bit depressed. She felt a little out of place. She came here for a summer, and I took her to do workouts, and I started encouraging her. Now she goes to the gym almost every day. She's into fitness. She feels beautiful. She feels strong. Um, and it's that example
That's awesome.
that it was provided for her. You know what I mean? My brother
Right.
Abraham, he used to be about 240 pounds. He came here. He moved from El Paso to Phoenix. The first day that he was here, he got here at 6 p.m. on a Sunday. 5 a.m. next day, we were at the gym doing our workout. And now, throughout 2 years, he has gained probably about 20, 30 pounds in muscle and lost about 60 pounds in fat. But he looks totally
Wow.
transformed, right? And he acts different. He thinks different, you know? And the example
Absolutely.
that we are giving to those around us, even though we might get criticized at the moment, like, oh, yeah, you're going to the gym, oh, you're not eating this, oh, how boring, like, how, but then all of a sudden, when they start noticing changes, they want to do it as well, right? Especially with the law of
Right.
familiarity, which it means our kids, our brothers, our sisters, we're too close for them to know how we're the best thing that ever happened on their lives. And but when they start seeing the results, they want to do what we're doing, right? How have you guys, as
Right.
parents, have you guys been influenced those around you?
Well, speaking for me, they've actually been very proud that I've been able to lose the weight and actually keep it off. So, and they also, offer comments. Oh, I've been running too. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. Just trying to also say I'm into the fitness, mindset as well. So that also, I noticed that it offers encouragement. But I'm gonna be real honest with you. You're not gonna, as a runner, most of your encouragement is not going to come from family and friends. Most of your encouragement is going to come from complete strangers. Most of your encouragement is going to come. But yeah, I definitely wanted to run because I wanted to give back what Night Runners gave me, and they gave me, a place to call home, some good friends. It made me a fitter person. It made me a stronger person. It made me a faster person.
You
And
said
yeah,
some good friends, and Annette was like, "Yeah, I'm the good friend. I'm the one that she's referring to."
That's who he's referring to. He just didn't want to make anybody feel left out.
He's part of the board, so he has to include everyone, right? He doesn't want to get in political
Right.
trouble or anything, right?
Exactly.
So
So
that's
we
why.
know what he meant.
No, guys, you guys are doing something so amazing. I love to come down to West Palm Beach this June 8th. I love to be part of the event that you guys are putting together. And, I love to see the camaraderie that you guys have, the family that you guys have built, the friendships, and the impact that you're making in your local community, right? The A lot of times we have to realize how what we do in examples like this actually directly affects people's lives in one way or another. And yeah, you could always be humble about it, you could always do, but sometimes you need to tell yourself, you know what? I'm doing something good and I'm really good at it, and I'm the best thing that ever happened to the world. That confident, you know what I mean? You got to have
I
that
love it.
confidence.
I believe that up to you, Brandon.
So, like you said, we're having our Night Runners 5K June 8th on a Saturday. It's going to be in the evening, Night Runners. So, of course, the sun won't be beaming as it is in the morning. We are going to meet right on the downtown West Palm Beach area. We're going to have a health and wellness expo, which includes, like we said, about 60 to 70 food vendors. We're going to have an amazing DJ playing music for us. We're going to have about 4 food trucks. We're going to have ice cream. We're going to have the whole community just coming out, displaying what they sell, displaying, their companies, just getting out there and connecting with people. So we would love to have you, your family, and anybody watching join us, and look us up, like he said, on Night Runners West Palm WPB.com and get more information, to register, to find out, what we're doing to give back to the community with this 5K. And if you guys want to sign up to run or volunteer, the more the merrier.
Yeah, it's not going to be our normal, usual spot where we meet up across the street from Kravis Center. We did get permits and permission from the city to shut down their downtown. So thank you so much, the city of West Palm Beach, for allowing that to happen. I know how difficult it must be for a major city to close the streets down on a Saturday night. But it is what it is. They allowed it, The track is a great track. We love the track. We're just running up and down the inlet. The weather, as I remember last year, was cool. The people are beautiful. The food is delicious. The drinks are going to be great. And also, there's also an after party.
Night Runners West Palm Beach. Wow, guys, what a great movement. I can't wait to make it there on June 8th. Thank you for inviting me. And I'm just like that guy that showed up uninvited to the party, but I'm glad I did, because you guys are an amazing group of people. I cannot wait to meet the whole group, the whole team. But let's go through the details, guys. Let's go through the details. What are the details for June 8th Night Runners West Palm Beach event?
So we're going to start at 6:30 p.m. on a Saturday, June 8th. It's going to be in the downtown West Palm Beach area, right where the Sandy Christmas tree is usually housed. For those people that are from the area, they'll know exactly where that's at.
It's going to be from 6:30 to about 9:30. The run starts at 6:30, but the expo, which Annette is in charge of, starts at around 5, I believe. So you get an hour and a half of getting to go to different vendors and seeing what different fitness offers they have. And then once you go through there, 6:30 run begins. A nice clear. Last year was clear, beautiful downtown. We're expecting the same this year. Beautiful route. You go down you go down Flagler and you come right back up. We have the after party going, and but yeah, it should be definitely a
After
great
party.
event that we
So
got.
you're gonna tell me that the Night Runners at West Palm Beach know how to party?
Oh, we do. Oh, we do.
Yes.
So the after party is after everyone has been done running, after you've done your run, and you competed, after you visited all the booths, after you were part of the expo. Now you have earned a drink to relax in beautiful West Palm Beach, Florida. Am I correct?
Exactly.
Yes. Have a good drink. Have some good food. Great conversation with people. It's definitely going to be a night to remember. It's going to be very colorful and very and the music is going to be great. It's definitely going to be an awesome event, and we look forward to seeing you. Definitely, I know other Night Runners look forward to meeting you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Guys, this is such a beautiful experience, but before anything, I want to commend you for what you're doing for your community. Never stop doing this. Never stop.
But we all have a lot of similarities, and we come together, and it just helps us grow. For me, as a person and professionally, I don't enjoy working out. I don't look forward to runs, but it makes you almost like disciplined. It makes you okay. Like he said, these people are going to be there. It's more for me is if I don't go, they're going to bully me. So it's the other side of the coin. I'm going to go so I don't get bullied, and my friends don't say anything to me, and little by little, it started becoming. I was no longer the walker. I was, I'm going to jog a little bit. I'm going to try to keep up with Silvio for 1 mile, or, just some days we don't want to run. Some days we just want to walk and gossip and share, whatever struggles we're dealing with and get feedback. So it's helped me full circle. It's not just a running group. It's so much more than a running group. That community not only helps our own community, but it helps other communities as well.
Absolutely. No, you are absolutely right on that. I'm glad that you're touching on all those different points, because people need to know that groups like this exist, that people like this exist, and that a lot of times you are around toxic environments. And by you choosing to be in that environment voluntarily, a lot of times it's voluntarily, you are being toxic to yourself. And you can change that. You have the power to change that by surrounding yourself with better people.
Absolutely.
Not bringing drama to other people. Don't get me wrong. Let's make sure we're taking notice. Like, hey, no drama. But how you can start surrounding yourself by positive people, and by people that have the same goals, the same ambitions, and the same drive to be able to be there and be a community. Because it's not only being part of a community, you have to be the community.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And being open-minded, that is such a big thing right now.
I think we have, and the reason what unites us is that we all go through that same struggle, the run. No matter what, no matter who you are, you could be rich, you could be poor. At the end of the day, a mile is a mile. Whether you're rich, whether you're poor, it's a mile. And yeah, is it easier for some people? Sure. Is it harder for others? Sure. But that's where the beauty of the sport comes in, because the more you go at it, the faster you get, the better you get. And once you start realizing that, and you start talking with others, and they start, hey, well, this is what I do here, what I do, and then I do this, and then, all right, cool. Hey, why don't you come with me on a Saturday? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, did you know there's a 5K coming up? Blah, 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 blah. And before you know it, you're like immersed into a world that you did not know that existed, and now you're giving back to the community, and it feels good, and it sort of encourages others to follow suit as well. Family, friends. They see that, and they also want to find, maybe not necessarily night runners, but find something similar. Find something where they can also vent and share their aspirations, their struggles with other humans. A lot of times you just need that.
Absolutely, brother. That is such a strong statement. That is the mission right there. That can be identified as the mission for many groups, right? Whatever words you want to use to make it sound pretty, to make it tailor it to whatever the group is, I think you really narrow down to the point of why we should always look for this type of support. So, brother and Annette, Silvio, thank you very much for joining us today in another episode of IamVoz.com. I am very,
Thank you for
very
having
grateful.
us.
Oh man, we got a lot of videos coming up. We got a lot of videos coming up. We're gonna do some live interviews. We're gonna do the podcast too in person when we're there. We got a lot of information to share. Like this event is about to make history. Congratulations to you both, because the way that you're handling this event as leadership, and being on the board as organizational of the Night Runners event on June 8th, it really marks the first chapter of the rest of history for the Night Runners. as you guys maybe move on from being the board and as other people come in, you are setting a new bar. I bet you anything that there's people now, other groups that are looking at you, at what you're doing, at what you're gonna do, and they're gonna be like, wow, that's what we want to do for our next race. That's what we want to do for our next event. That's what I want to be like Annette that organized the expo, like Rizzo that worked out on this, like the other board members that did their duties, the group
Yeah, we
entirely,
got
right? The group entirely, they're gonna
Right.
want to form a board just as you guys have with that dynamic, that chemistry, and the mindset, which is very hard to find. But you guys, I'm very, very proud. Thank you for making me and allowing me to be part of this. I am so looking forward. I'm gonna be there with baby Voz, and I'm gonna be there with my wife as well. We're all going. We already got our plane tickets. We're ready to go, and it is happening. We've
That's
been
awesome.
talking about going to Florida for about 3 years now. Oh, we gotta go to Florida. Silvio has been telling me for like 4 years, like, man, you gotta come down. You gotta come down. And now I'm like, you know what? I do gotta go down. I do gotta go down because
You're
it's
gonna
Yes.
love
about
it. You're coming to a beautiful area.
it's about making a difference. And this is, oh guys, I consider this one of my biggest blessings of this year to be able to participate with you guys. Let me know, let us know if you need anything. Any last words before we close out?
No, we just want to thank you. We want to thank you for giving us this opportunity with being on your podcast. You know, I always wanted to be famous, so this is my in. I'm super excited. Can't wait to meet you, baby boss, your wife, everybody. It's gonna be a great time.
Well, we're looking for sponsors, vendors, donations. We're looking for
Absolutely.
whatever you want to give us. We love it, baby.
So what's the website
Thank
again?
you,
So
but thank you. We appreciate you joining us.
big message, big message. We are looking for sponsors, and we want to thank our show sponsor, Signature International, for being
Yes.
one of the booths at the
Thank
events,
you.
for participating, for believing on what we're doing. You know, the company is based here in Arizona, but they're gonna give me the pamphlets. They're gonna give me everything I need to go out there and help them promote at your event,
Awesome.
which is such a blessing. It's incredible that that's even happening. And that brings me to the next question, Annette. If you wanted to retire and buy a beautiful house in Mexico, what city would that be?
Puerto Vallarta or Manzanillo. It will always be near water, and it will be near my hometown, which, you know, we're from Guadalajara. My parents have their little house in Villa de Purificación, which is about 3 hours away from Puerto Vallarta, an hour away from Manzanillo. So that's where I would go.
What
That's the
about
plan.
you, Silvio?
I mean, I'd probably go to Nicaragua, back to where and maybe a place, a little nook called Monte Limar, you know, but that's it. But Monte Limar, Nicaragua.
Well, guys,
Go there. They got a beautiful resort. If they get a
and
chance,
what
sorry,
we're
bro,
doing,
but yeah,
guys,
go there if you got. It's a beautiful resort.
no, and guys, what we're doing at Signature International is that people don't know that there is financing and mortgages available for people that work in the U.S. For example, if you, as a Mexican descendant, you can get your Mexican nationality and actually be able to buy real estate in Mexico. You can qualify for a mortgage. So, and not only for just any house, but you can use your United States income in order to qualify for that beautiful home in Guadalajara, San Miguel de Allende. I will show you some beautiful homes that we're building out there that are becoming available. Puerto Vallarta. And this is a service that they're offering across all Mexico. And brother, don't I'm not going to discourage the opportunity that in the future we might have the same program in Nicaragua. Why not? Everything's possible. I'm going to suggest that I'm going to bring it out to my board.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
So, thank you very much, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Silvio and Annette from the Night Runners. putting together this event on June 8th. Remember, I'm going to put all the details on the website right here below. Please, if you have any sponsors, if you need a booth, if you need to promote your profession, if you need to promote your business, you got to contact Night Runners right now. Let them know. Is there a phone number where they can communicate, call, text?
We don't have a phone number per se, but the best way to get a hold of us is to go on your Instagram, search Night Runners WPB, West Palm Beach, and just send us a message. We answer right away. I'm there. I'll get the message directly on my phone. Facebook too. We're on Facebook if you want to look us up. If you don't have Instagram and you just want to look us up on Facebook, we have that. Some other little apps, but we're not really too active on there. But just the main ones is Facebook and Instagram. DM us on there, or if you want to go crazy, we are at nightrunnerswpb at gmail.com. So we got
nightrunnerswpb at gmail.com.
Correct.
Absolutely. So guys, the best of luck. Let's keep working. I'm going to send this video. I'm going to spam the internet and all the businesses around you, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure maybe we get...
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. But now you should have somehow